Oh, there you go over there. Just trying to do a little fishing. Show you how we get down in the south where I'm from. Whoa, whoa, got a big one. Oh yeah, look at him, he's live over here. Yeah, we're gonna be cooking some catfish this week. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it right. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, it's a live one right here.
I've been putting work in, I put in that work. I got some new work and can put you to work. I've been putting work in,
Welcome to Pugs Pantry.
put in that work. I got some new work and can put you to work. Yeah, look, serving on the North, I was certainly first. That was me.
Today, we're gonna be doing catfish. And I'm not talking about that ugly girl you got on that online date either, or guy. I'm talking about that real good Southern fried catfish. That's what we're gonna do. You know, one thing that really surprised me, I do these things in LA called pull-ups, where I make food, I sell them to the people. A couple weeks ago I did catfish and I got a lot of feedback. And what surprised me was how many people liked it, but had never tried it.
What?
Who the hell ain't tried catfish? From where I'm from, well, I'm from the dirty. Catfish is everything, it's a norm. And I loved it so much, giving all these people on the West Coast that experience, that today, I'm gonna show you how to do it yourself. Doesn't take much, easy steps, not a lot of ingredients. You know how we do it, we keep it simple. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you know what you're gonna need. Not too much, this grocery list, real easy. So first off, you're gonna need some yellow cornmeal. Second off, you're gonna need some buttermilk. Also, with that, you're gonna need some seasonings. We're gonna go with some garlic powder. You'll need about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Go some onion powder, about a half a tablespoon of onion powder, about a fourth tablespoon of black pepper, and I used about a half a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning and a little bit of red pepper. With the red pepper, I used about half a tablespoon. That red pepper, you're gonna place inside of your cornmeal. You're gonna mix that up, and that's what we're gonna dip the fish in after we dip it in the buttermilk. The buttermilk is gonna be used to like give it that dampness, so the coating will go on really nice and even and stick once we go from the buttermilk to the cornmeal mixture. As you know, you can also buy a pre-made batter. You don't have to do the cornmeal with the seasonings like I do. You can buy it pre-made. There's a brand made by Louisiana. You can buy that. You won't have to use any seasonings and such. But me, I like to be old school with it. Like my grandma taught me, don't need no batter. Boy, get that cornmeal out of the pantry. So you know Pugs Pantry got cornmeal. So you'll be taking your fish. You'll dip that fish in that buttermilk, get it nice and evenly coated, and make sure to shake the excess off. Shake it like a tail feather. I don't know, shake it like a dollar bill on the stripper. Shake it, just shake it off. Get the excess buttermilk to run down. You don't want it dripping and it'll cause clumps in your batter. You don't want that wop, that wet ass fish. Fish with a pH. I had to make that joke, man. Make sure it's nice and wet, but not dripping. You don't want to get those clumps in your batter. Once you shake that fish off and you get all the extra drippings off, you'll go ahead and place it in your batter, shake it around, flip it, shake it around. Make sure that all the batter is evenly distributed. Once you pick it up from there, you also want to shake the excess off. Shake, shake, shake. We're gonna do a lot of shaking. Not too hard, gently. Shake the excess off because you don't want that excess batter getting into your grease and causing batter to just sit around and burn up as you have to cook all this fish. So just clean it off, lay it down, continue the steps throughout with the fish. And once that fish is all battered up and you got it all sitting there, nice and beautiful, spread out, you know what we're doing next. We going to the cast iron, baby, because I'm the cast iron king. The king of cast iron, you know it. So me, I use cast iron. Vegetable oil, probably about a cup and a half of vegetable oil. Got my cast iron nice and hot. Don't be afraid to buy and use a thermometer, it's your friend. You know, if you're not that skilled in guesstimating, use your thermometer. Make sure your grease gets heated up to 375 degrees. That way your fish cooks right. It cooks through and it doesn't just sit there and absorb oil. You have to make sure it's hot so it can be cooking right away. You want that fish to flop. You want that fish to hit that batter and start screaming. We talked about this before with them chicken wings. When you cooking stuff in grease, make sure it's screaming. Now don't turn the temperature on hell, so it's really screaming, but you want it screaming. I'd advise you to cook it for about 2 minutes per side. Now, sometimes I like to switch it up. Sometimes I'll do 2 minutes, flip it, do it for another 2 minutes. Sometimes I might do it a minute, flip it, do it a minute, flip it, do it a minute, you know, and alternate it. And that determining factor is gonna be how hot my oil is. Because like I said, we want the oil to get to 375. But as you're cooking, sometimes the oil will continue to get hotter and hotter. And so you don't want it to cook too long on one side while it's hot. So you'll adjust your temperature. And at that point, you might just go a minute per side so you're not burning it. So just make sure you keep checking your oil temperature. If it gets to a point where you need to bring that temperature down and it's getting too high, then I go for a minute per side until I reach 4 minutes. But otherwise, put it in there, let it sit at 2 minutes, flip it, another 2 minutes, should be perfect. And once that's all done and you get all that fish done, it's ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, I think my fish is ready to go. All right, we got some fish. Yes, sir, we do. So, you'll get a beautiful piece of fish like this, and we'll try that. But, you know, you don't have to just eat the fish like that. You can also turn it into a beautiful fish sandwich.
Hey, sweet thing, can I buy you a fish sandwich?
This is what we like to call the ladies' man at Pugs Pantry. Ladies, can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Man, I like to take a bite out of your butt.
So, let's tighten that hat up, loosen that belt, get this fish a try. You know what I'm missing? What was I thinking? Can't do this without hot sauce. Hey, white hand. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's see what it's hidden for. Let's see what it's hidden for. Hot sauce on my catfish, baby.
You know you look good to me. Warm or very good.
All right, got that. Thank you, white hand. Damn. So good. Now y'all make sure y'all try this. Stop giving catfish a bad name. Oh, it's bottom feeder, it's a dirty fish. It's delicious. Seriously though, that is just special. Look at that. Just nice, succulent, meaty white fish, man. Thank you, white hand. Wouldn't have been the same without that hot sauce. Get you some hot sauce. Now, let's see what this fish sandwich hitting on. The ladies' man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. You know it's a good fish when you say the same thing you say when you catch one. Look at that. You ever see the fishing shows where they catch the fish and they, look at that. That's how I sound when I'm about to eat this sandwich. Oh shit. Ooh. Ooh, man. Hey, white hand, how it tastes? See? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go finish the rest of this off. So, y'all just like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next week.
Serving on the North, I was certainly first. That was me. Mr. Roswell Road, the king of the curb. I started with the perp and moved up to the sherbet. You know, how much could I earn was my only concern. I put in that work and I tripled my worth.